This playthrough is rated T for teen. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here, down in the underground keep. We've been searching for the elf girl Lana, and she seems to be at the bottom of this place. Is her name Lena? Sorry, I forgot her name. Yes, it is. I'm Lena. How do you know my name? On our way here, we came across a former pirate who asked us to come rescue you. Are you okay? Rescue me, but I was simply going for a walk outside, and my path simply brought me here. What? This is the lowest level in the underground crypt. If you're looking to go outside, then you are heading in the wrong direction. Huh? Oh, no, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Oh god, I can't believe I referenced something like that. Again? Are you saying you have a poor sense of direction? Yes, it's quite embarrassing, really. It figures I would have to get lost in a place where no one's around except for monsters I've never seen before. And I've made that poor man worry. Would you be willing to lead me to the exit of this place? Of course! Besides, if we left you behind, you'd simply be lunch for all the monsters roaming about down here. Except she made it to the bottom, past all of them. Alright. She might be able to handle herself, weirdly enough. Either that or she's just really, really lucky. Anyway, I'll see you guys when I make it to the make it out of this place. So I'll see you in a minute.
At last.
Oh no! So we got a gazer attacking us. We gotta get him. No, he's ice, I think. I think so. Oh, get him! There we go. Aha! Nope, come back here. Ooh. You tricksy gazer, you. Oh, there we go. Someone got him. Not too difficult. Like I said, I'm with. Oh, good job, Arius. I wouldn't even thought about doing that, really. I don't know why, but. Uh-oh. Trinity up the wazoo. Whoa. Oh, there you go. Oh, wow. I didn't realize you could do that so early, depending on the creature. Oh, that's because there's some other regular monsters. Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, let's take out these death reincarnates or whatever they're called. Yeah, let's do some combos, shall we? No. Yeah, I know how to do combos. I just never really thought about using them, really. It didn't seem worth it. It's really just for playstyle purposes. It's much different. But yeah, you can do, if you know the sword strikes, you can actually do some pretty interesting combos with all the characters. Arya seems to have the easiest time doing combos out of all the characters, because his abilities seem to flow better than the others. At least that's how I feel anyway. Anyway, I thought I'd show you the little boss fight that you have to do before you leave out of here, so... okay, here we go. Alright, now I'll see you at the top. Ah, we made it. Lena, I'm so glad you're safe. Why did you go so far down into the crypt? You see, I ended up getting lost again, silly me. I'm so sorry to have made you worry. Oh, you what? Don't be too hard on the girl. She simply has a poor sense of direction. I told you not to. I would always be there for you. I won't ever leave your side again. Nor will I ever leave your side again for as long as I shall live. Aw, you should give up being a pirate and come live with me. Huh? Well, I promise to do my best to make you happy. Thank you so much. Well, that's all it takes. I'm happy for the both of you. I'm sure you'll both do just fine. Here, this is a token of my appreciation. I'm giving up the life of a pirate. Thank you again for all you've done. This is all so sudden. I sure hope they'll be okay, though. They made it this far, so I don't suppose we need to worry about them. Indeed, it is nice to see. And now with those nasty pirates out of the way... they turned out to be a lot more trouble than I expected. Yay, we did that little quest. Now, being in the final chapter of the... being in the final chapter of the game, basically, if I want to go straight to the end game, as far as I understand, I need to click on Ancient, and a scene of events will basically end up to the end of the game. So if you want to just go ahead and straight do the end of the game, just click on Ancient and go from there. But there are actually still quite a few side quests we can actually do. So before we find out a couple more, let's activate another one, shall we? Sheelagh wants us to basically tie up all for loose ends. So we need to go to the pirate's place and take care of those pirates that want to tell us her secret. Ah, I see you're a half elf of your word. Let's get started then. So, we have to go through the pirates' forces. There are two things we can get while we're here. One, we have to help Sheelagh, and two, we have to get those poison mushrooms for that restaurant. So we'll do both while we're here. But I'll see you guys when the story permits. Either I find the poison mushrooms or I unlock a story mode for Sheelagh. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so for those of you wanting to know where the poison mushrooms are, they're right here on this little area in the third area of the pirate fort. So that's where that is. So now we need to just go tackle the pirates, or the pirate lord, or whoever it is we're supposed to talk to. So I'll see you when I get to them.
Brave of you to show up here, Shay. I hear you bestowed your tender mercies on some of our younger members.
My name isn't Shay anymore. I've decided to put away that part of my past.
Ha! No matter how much you try to put it away, some of us won't forget. You made your bed and now you have to sleep in it.
Hey, she can sleep in... I mean, never mind.
If you don't want your dirty little secret revealed, you'll have to pay up. If you want us to keep our mouth closed.
I don't owe you a thing, but if it's an enemy you're looking for, I'll be happy to oblige.
Ha! Well, if that's your decision, everyone kill them!
How predictable. If you will not listen to reason, you'll leave us no choice. Mass murder. Alright. Here we go, folks. We gotta find the bandit pirate chief. He will be probably really easy. Well. So anyway. Like I said, if I wasn't so high level, just flashing still probably wouldn't be a challenge, but at least it would take somewhat longer. But yeah, it's actually not, when you really think about it, it's not that hard to level up. You just have to do quests and stuff like that, and you'll get higher level than the story anyway.
Ugh, hiding behind a powerful bodyguard like that wasn't fair.
And neither is blackmailing someone over mistakes in their past.
Damn you!
Do you finally understand? I'm not weak the way Shay was. Shay is gone now. She no longer resists. Now I'm Sheelagh, the bounty hunter. If you want to compete with me looking for treasure, I'd be happy to oblige. But be prepared, because it'll cost you.
Urgh.
I'm finished here. He's no threat to me anymore, so let's leave him be and go back. Sure. Right. We are done. Let us grab all the treasure and leave. Yay! Use that water there. Slow turn. Woo! You were great help to me. Of all the people digging into my past, he was the one I was most worried about.
You've really been through a lot. I know it must have been tough.
Oh, it's not so bad. Now I know I have people like you that can look beyond my past and help me out. Even though you tried to capture us 3 times and mess with us those same 3 times. But okay. Just this one time. If we join forces, we can be pretty incredible, don't you think? 4 is not a very auspicious number. Yeah, because the whole game's theme is 3 people, yeah. Come on now, I was just joking. After all, I already have friends. I wonder where they've gone off to. Anyway, take this. I don't know if we'll be friends or enemies tomorrow, but it's my way of saying thanks. Is that really how it works in this type of world, that's just a thing? Well, either way, she gives us experience. So, yay! Hooray! Alright, so now we need to turn this in, which is in Roser. And after that, we'll unlock some more quests with, oh, sorry. I went to the wrong city. Whoops! Oh, hey, Arius. You've been really going face-to-face with all the toughest monsters out there. How do you know about that? How do I know about that, you ask? I've heard people around calling you Thorough Finisher. Lots of people are talking about you. Now we get a title for doing the Trinity thing a lot, pretty much. I don't know how many times. I can check the thing later. Okay, let's go roasting and give those guys their food. And then we'll talk around the world and unlock... Oh, wait, no, I guess it's a tavern, I guess. Ah, here we go. Food connoisseur. Ah, please tell me you were able to find the poisonous Kokage mushrooms. Yes, here, yeah, we were. Here you go. Huh. Yes. Sorry, I had to get my... Oh, yes, yes! There's no mistaking the smell. These are the right mushrooms. These have a small amount of deadly poison, and if you eat them without preparation, you turn to stand to dying. But their favorite flavor is second to none. The techniques of extracting the poison are quite difficult, so fewer and fewer chefs are willing to take up the challenge. But the recipe that Belle's father wrote contains detailed instructions on how to do it. Along with Belle, we'll be able to revive the lost dishes of the poisonous Kakage. Thrill all of Rosen. Thank you. Here's your reward. All the Golemons in Rosen owe you the gratitude. Yay, large spirit water. Nice. If anything, that's probably the rewards I like the best. Eat more SP to upgrade my skills. There are a lot of jobs posted today. A lot of jobs mean that someone out there is in pain or trouble. Will the fighting on this continent ever come to an end? It's a tough call because we need these jobs to make a living as adventurers. Okay, so now we need to make our rounds to all the towns and see what quests we can go on. Not all of them will have quests. Some of them will just be just conversation topics. I'm trying to remember which ones had which. I think it's just taverns on most of them. So here we go. Namiya, have you ever thought that you would want to meet your mother? You cut right to the chase, don't you? When I was born, my mother died. It's not that I don't want to see her, but... I mean, I am thankful to her for protecting me while she was carrying me, but that's all I really know of her. I see. I'm sorry to bring up such a delicate subject. It's okay. Although both of us lost our mothers to fate, I guess we can just keep fighting alongside each other until we achieve our goals. I know your passion will never change. As long as that's the case, then I know your dreams will eventually come true, and I'll be there to help you. Trinity, when did you turn into such a fine young woman? I am proud to be able to call you my sister. When I was small, there was a time that I wished we were really brother and sister, but perhaps in a way it's better that we're not. What do you mean? It's nothing. Forget I ever even said anything. Dun dun dun. She has the hots for her adopted brother. They like to do that a lot in Japanese stories. It's I don't know. Owner and patron. Sounds like the Dennis-Gill army really made a mess up north. Wars on the continent will have a negative impact on affecting the economy and else. We can only hope it'll all end soon. You got that right. All the traders that go through here say the same thing. Celine, what do you have to say? The time has come to execute your plan. Are you ready? Yes, there's no going back now. That's the spirit. We'll have to be extra careful from here. One mistake could cost us our lives. Whatever the case, we have to be careful out here there. Yes, I'm relying on you both. Yeah, we're pretty much near the end game. I mean, going to Ancient pretty much will set off the finale, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. Okay. Orpheus, is there no possibility of you understanding my position? Being born an elf is an honor. I do not see why we should have to burn ourselves with the trials of humans and half-elves. You misunderstand me. It has nothing to do with burdening ourselves with anything. Having pride in your own race and being prejudiced against other races are two different things. I have felt that way strongly since I left the forest. If you were an elf, like I, who had left the forest, you would see that forging good relations with the races would be desirable. I would never think such a horrid thing. Dealing with the lower races would only be a waste of time. They are of no value to us. I can see that you're set in your beliefs. If that is the case, here's what I propose. Over there is a party of adventurers with members of all races cooperating as friends. Now, I guess that's true. Half-elf, Bolden, and vampire. But there's no human or dwarf. So just to give you a heads up in that. Anyway.
Is he talking about us?
Tell me some difficult problems that you have. If we can solve it by working together with them, then will you promise that you will sincerely consider my point of view? I highly doubt that I'll ever understand what you're saying, but I will agree to your proposal. In that case, defeat all the monsters that are living in the Sea of Trees, the ancient birthplace of the elven race. The elves in that area have faced them many times, but have not been able to chase them out. Now, fighting alongside warriors of lower races, I doubt that you'll be able to defeat such a difficult foe, but I suppose we shall see. Very well, it has been decided. Wait, we haven't decided on anything. I am sure you understand the value of completing this quest. Now, will you accompany me? Fine. You helped us before. We can help you again. Thank you very much. Well then, we should get started. Since you have the set conditions, do you have any complaints? Setting off with a company including the likes of a half-elf can have no good conclusions. Farewell. I apologize to have involved you in this, but at this point there's more writing on this than mere honor. You probably got into that argument just so you could pull us into your little plan. It looks like you have me figured out. In any case, does it matter? Well then, let us head for the Sea of Trees. Apparently the place is teeming with monsters. I'm looking forward to it. Well, Challenge of the Elves has been accepted. Alright, let's see, go to the tavern. Here's some people we can talk to. Pirate Researcher. I still don't understand a pirate researcher. Now that the pirates are gone from the underground crypt, we can all safely return to going about our business. I heard that the pirate and elven girl got married and pledged their love before the love goddess. Leoran? Surely he will turn over a new leaf now. This is basically the end of that quest line, which is only a couple of things. I wonder what happened to them out there. Well, it's a long story, but basically, I think it can be summed up as yet another miracle attributed to the power of love. It's the power of love! Dun, 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 dun. And that's why Back to the Future soundtrack is awesome. It matters little to me. As long as the trade routes open again, I couldn't really care less how other people decide to live their lives. I guess that makes sense. Frightened Man. Dragon King Isle. Just hearing that name makes me tremble. Zoinks! Is that tremble with excitement or fear? Like, even though it's supposed to be eternally sleeping, nobody knows what'll happen if it wakes up, man. And yet there are people that believe in it anyway. Probably a lot in Restoral. They have a saying that goes something like, a time of a people will finally open its eyes. Well, with the Dynasco army at its current strength, I doubt there'll be any sudden awakenings. Like, enough already! But the reward for Dragon King Isle request is good. I'd like to go and see it at least once. Fine either way, but promise me this. Please don't do anything stupid like waking up the Dragon King. Like, you know me, I take things as they come. Have you ever heard the rumors about some kind of seal on Dragon King Isle? Actually, I've tried to fill up the Dragon King Isle map, and there was something preventing me from going forward, and I couldn't figure out how to unlock it, so... The story goes that if you want to go to where the Dragon King is sleeping, you have to acquire like 2 keys on Dragon King Isle and break the seal. Adventurers who are not good enough to break the seal do not have the right to interrupt the sleep of the Dragon King, or something like that. Ooh. So apparently we can go to Dragon King Isle and get some... he must be like an optional power boss or something like that. Dagda.
The time has come to execute your plan. Are you ready?
I am. The only direction left to go is forward.
Now that's what I like to hear. We'll follow you wherever you go if it means destroying Balor.
I know. I'm counting on you. Technically, they don't actually have any stake other than he's their friend. That's it, you know. Yeah, whatever. Fugo Estate.
As always, your timing is impeccable. As you probably suspect, I have something I need your help with.
Oh my, I really want it. I really want it. The map of the astral planes. Will somebody get it for me? Oh, yes, indeed. I bit my tongue. Yes. Oh my, it is said that it contains details of the astral plane that supposedly exist. I'm very curious to see it for myself. Oh. Yes, indeed. Does she have any other lines?
According to legend, an artist from the astral plane who found himself lost here spent his entire life drawing this particular map. Not knowing the way back to his own world, he drew a picture of his home from memory, the nostalgia of which has made it a masterpiece. Since then, adventurers as well as mages have been searching the land far and wide for this item, but to no avail. It is said to be like a ghost. I am quite aware you have little chance of finding it, but you will be willing to go and look for it anyway?
Of course we will.
Truly? You will agree to help us? Once you get it, please bring it back here to the house. If it is the real thing, we will be sure to reward you.
I understand. Do you happen to have any information as to where this... I probably have an idea myself.
Unfortunately, no. I have never heard any kind of clue of its whereabouts. I suppose it is possible that some of the veteran adventurers may have heard something while sharing one of their war stories. Well, be careful out there. I'm sorry to ask the impossible, but we'll be anxiously awaiting your return.
I think it's on the Phantom King Isle, or where we fought the Phantom Dragon, but we probably had to... Probably in typical fashion, we had to learn about that first before we actually go to the island. Okay. That's it in Liberdom. Let's go to Restoral and see what's there. Alright, I think it's just the tavern on this one. Like I said, like before I do these episodes, I actually go through, like even though I haven't played through the game before, but before I do an episode, before I save it, I save it and then I go around to all the places trying to check which actually have events, and then I try to remember them, but I don't write them down, so sometimes I forget. Father, I heard that the demons known as the Dark Knights appeared the other day. Those demons are capable of controlling the Dark Relics. For beings like that to appear, there must be an evil influence over this world. Once before, the Disco Empire invaded Aquarius. At that time, the Dark Knights were also summoned. Are you certain? Chancellor Zophor summoned a demon by the name of Nemo, who led an army of demons in an attack against Aquarius. The Shrine Maiden at the time, Luffy, sacrificed her life in order to protect the city, or else Aquarius would not be here today. That is how strong the Dark Knights are. That's frightening. I hear that there are 12 of the Dark Relics, but to think there are almost as many Dark Knights. Although it is not confirmed, I'm sure it's the case. Unfortunately, there are not that many people who can summon demons to the level of the Dark Knights. As long as Emperor Balor does not do something reckless, like forcing Chancellor Zophor to summon them again, I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's hope so. As somebody involved with magic, I'm a little disappointed, but also relieved at the same time. Just some random journal information. No quest, as far as I know. Are you the adventurers with the artist party? What is this about? I'm sorry, but can you come immediately to the Dragon's Boneyard to help me save a friend? It's somebody you know, the man who was searching Ladris. I'm a mage of sorts. From long ago, I worked at the guild researching the power of Ladris magic. Carelessly, I spoke to him about the runes of Ladris that were mentioned in his reference materials. He showed an extremely strong interest. It was only hypothetical, but unfortunately he flew out of the room saying he wanted to see the real thing for himself. What? He couldn't have been heading to the desert by himself. That's exactly where he went. If anything happened to him, it would be my fault. Would you help me find him and save him? If the man is in danger, of course. I am in your debt. This curiosity is too strong. Something strange will catch his eye, and then... Hey, leave it to us. We will save him before his curiosity gets the best of him. Ah, you have my thanks. Maybe I should go with you to help the search. We can handle it. Any further hindrance will only delay his rescue. Just wait for us here. Okay, how shameful. I'm sorry to get you involved in this. Alright, now we gotta rescue him again. Hey, Dagda's here. Let's talk to him. Okay, this is gonna be our critical moment. Are you all ready? Yes, of course. A lot of things have happened since the day you saved me at Charity Springs Forest. I started to think that everything we've experienced so far was preparing us for this moment. You can always rely on us, so feel confident in your pursuits. Alright, well, nice to give your... Oh, wait, did Queen Eris have anything to say? Probably not. That was only a little storyline with the Zeniths. You think that would have been a bigger plot line? Because she's a queen, but I guess not. Servant man. Queen Eris is a kind person. Once her nephew came back from adventuring with twins whom he saved, and she agreed to look after them. Due to her status, however, she was unable to spend much time with them. The twins love and yearn to see their adopted mother. However, her daughter becomes upset when she spends time with the twins, where she feels she is neglected. If only her daughter could truly understand the kind nature of her mother. See, this is like a story that maybe should have been its own set of lines or something, but well, maybe this is just to give kind of background to the game. This is supposed to be a prequel to some other games, so maybe it's referencing games that came out back in the, I think, in the Famicom or PC version days or something like that. I never met her before, but the queen has another daughter. She's actually the daughter of the former king and queen. She's about as old as Queen Eris's daughter. Ever since getting involved in politics and losing her vision while she was young, she refused to speak to anyone but Queen Eris. She apparently lives in the tower of the royal palace. Seems as if anyone who has royal lineage is destined to a life of unhappiness. Like, where are all these stories? These sound more interesting than what we're doing. Nah, I mean, the fight with Balor is interesting enough, I guess, for motivation's sakes. I know that there must be some remnants from the old myth in the Sunken Temple. I want to see what's there. You don't get it, do you? There's no way you can survive there all alone. If you want to go, you better find someone to go with. And just how am I supposed to find someone that easily? Don't give up before you've even tried. Look, here comes some tough-looking adventurers now. I feel like I'm reading a bad script or something like that. Except I'm the one reading it badly. Really? Ah, are you all adventurers? If you aren't doing anything else, I may have a job for you. I want to find out the truth about a certain legend involving Aquas. So I'm thinking about traveling to the Sunken Temple and search for any evidence I can find that might prove those stories are true. Unfortunately, I'm not strong enough to go myself, nor do I know anyone who can accompany me. Do you think you could go there together with me? Sure. God, they're just throwing like all these side quests just right before the end of the game. They're like, bam, 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 bam. Here's all these options. That's great news. I'll be waiting for you all at the entrance of the Sunken Temple once I've got everything ready. Thanks again. Searching for myths. Alright, I don't think there are any other stories here because there's no tavern, so. Alright, let's go to the Dwarven Kingdom. This episode may run a little long because I want to basically get all these side quests like unlocked for next episode, so that way I can just breeze through them all and do the end game perhaps in a couple episodes. Informant. It seems like you're looking for another item again. I might have information that can help you. Perhaps does the map of the astral plane mean anything to you? Huh. So now you're after that mysterious map. I see. Well, it's not like I don't have any information in regards to it. Of course, if you want to search for it by yourself, that probably makes it more exciting. Well, what do you want to do? Care to hear what I know? Well, yeah, of course. Why else would we come here? I see. In that case, allow me to tell you what I know. According to rumor, there are areas around this continent connected to the astral plane, beyond the sea to the west, among others. Of those adventurers who have been to the astral plane and managed to return, it's said that a number of them became obsessed with it. The map you're searching for was apparently drawn by such a person. Perhaps. However, I have no clue as to whether it actually exists or not. The Western Seas. Points connected to the astral plane. Those are the best clues we have so far. Let's go with them. If you really want to go, then I can't stop you. Don't say I didn't warn you, though. We know where we need to go. I mean, it's the island. We've been there already. I've heard stories of an adventurer who managed to make it deep into underground roads. How brave must he be to manage that? Now that is a feat. Us dwarves would gladly give a pot of our ancestors' treasures to anyone brave enough to manage that. We've continued to expand our underground kingdom ever since the days of our founder, King Volcus. Anyone who could brave the dangers of the underground depths is worthy in our books. However, I also heard stories from adventurers that tried to mimic that same task later, of how they heard a terrifying moaning coming from deep within the caverns before them. You don't think that perhaps there is a dragon or some other beast living deep within those caves, do you? I wouldn't say it's impossible. Uh-oh. We have a quest board item we can activate. Skilled Artisan. The end of this quest line. Hello everyone. Look, I finished my painting. This is amazing. I know, right? The 3 gemstones in the rainbow feather helped me create the perfect balance throughout the work. Indeed, I am not that knowledgeable about art, but even I know this is beautiful. I feel like I'm looking through a window at my hometown. Yes, it's strange. This is the first time I've ever seen this painting, but I get a very real feeling of nostalgia from it. I'm so happy to hear that. I painted this from the memories I have of the scenery I saw when I was out traveling with my master for training. I was young, and I can't remember thinking about my hometown while I gazed out upon the sights of where we were traveling. That is the feeling I tried to express through this painting. I see. Well, if you put that much of your heart and soul into it, then I'm sure that the spirit of Ginyama will also follow suit. I couldn't imagine anyone wanting to destroy this painting, even in the middle of an uprising. Such beauty invokes powerful emotion, and that is something to cherish. I could not have done any of this without you. I will be praying for your safe travels and good health as you continue your journeys. Good luck to you all and all that. Yep, that finishes that plot line. Nemia. It's you. I have a request I must ask of you since I'm not with my own party at the moment. Aren't we getting ready to fight the last battle? What are you guys doing here? What is it? Adventurers have reported something frightening at the windswept ruins. I want you to go with me and find out what it is. And you're telling me we have to go there right now? Yes. I don't know how that area came to be the way it is, but it's an affront to the natural order. Something must be done. There are those who wish to return to Nathun,
but are prevented by the recent disturbances. I must put a stop to the pernicious influence of whatever lurks there. Well, will you lend me your help? Man, everyone's asking for help. Yeah, of course, Nemia. You helped us before. I'm thankful for your help. This is one mission that I can't take on with Orpheus and the others. Why is that? Why can't you go with your own people? Well, if you don't want to talk about it, fine. I won't force you. Excuse me for now. I've got my own preparations to take care of. We'll meet at the entrance of the Windswept Ruins. Discovering the truth. Girl on an errand. Last time I came here to get my sister's hair ornament fixed. Now I need to have my mother's ring repaired. Ah, yes, I remember you. I'm afraid the craftsman you're after is really busy right now. Oh, really? You know how there's a lot of unrest going on. He's involved in getting all kinds of items from across the continent to a safer place. Oh, I see. We're not in a rush, so I'll just come again another time. Alright. And 3 more places to go. We're almost done, folks. I don't know if we're completely done with all side quests, but we're pretty close. So. Is that one that... Okay. Well, we'll do that later. Anyway, I think there was someone you can talk to. Yeah. Rumoring men. Did you hear? A pirate ship has run aground in the western seas. It apparently crashed into the cliffs near the wind-blossom forest. Must have been a lot of damage. Ah, they're talking about us. You can never underestimate the seas. No matter how lucrative the deal, you shouldn't set sail in rough waters. Well, normal folks will never have to worry about deals that involve the western seas anyway. Yeah, we're not normal. Hey, England. Wow, look! Trying to get my voice on. Wow, look who it is! It's going to be a tough battle, but we all have faith in you. You're about to come back alive. You only enjoy good wine and adventures while you're alive. Right. Ah, well, that's the end of that, I guess. We're finally close to your goal. Actually, this is where it all begins. Whatever happens, we all have to survive. We'll always be on your side. You can count on us. Thank you. That's good to know. Didn't I ever hear that conversation? God, this game gives me a lot of deja vu sometimes. Okay, roasted. Yeah, it's gonna be a long episode. Well, you know, we're getting near the end. I think I can allow for that. You know, that way we don't stretch it out too far. Oh, that's right. Roasted didn't have anything for it. That's right. I remember I checked that off screen, but forgot about that. Who cares? I don't think any other random places had it. I think. Here we go. Ah, you again. Since the last time we were together, I've visited a number of adventurers guilds across the land, asking around for any clues about my manuscript, but I have not turned up a thing. Where could that final volume be? You there, are you Bolus the Mage? I heard you were searching for a manuscript. Ah, well, yes, this is true. Do you know something about its whereabouts? Well, I have only heard a rumor, but apparently someone has seen such a manuscript in the Sea of Trees recently. I'd be careful, though, because supposedly a monster has a hold of it, and as unbelievable as that might sound... A monster? That might be the monster that took the manuscript from me. That settles it, then. Settles what? Settles where we need to look next. Can you visit the Sea of Trees and retrieve the last remaining volume of my secret manuscript for me? Might as well see this through. Thank you. I knew I could count on you. Well, I don't know about that. Without that first volume, the rest of the manuscript is completely meaningless. Remember, this is very important. All I can do is wish you luck, but I know you'll be fine. Yep, get that quest. And, finally, let's see if there's anyone to talk to in the tavern. Ah, we got a few people. I learned more about the 5th through 7th nights in my research of the origins. The time of destruction is when Wulg fell to darkness after losing his lover. When the war god Solius defeated Wulg, it was the time of silence. The act of humans trying to awaken the sleeping Wulg is known as the time of destruction. The time of destruction is still happening, I believe. Do you see how magical research and mythology tie in together? This world is full of exciting and interesting things. One discovery just leads to another. Welcome. I suppose trees can't grow here given all the volcanic activity. There are a few, but most of them get burned whenever there's an eruption. I'm afraid I'm from the forest, so I get sad when I don't get to see trees. I understand how you must feel, but some things just aren't fit for certain environments. True. Dagda.
We finally got a hold of the dark relic known as the Sword of Nil. Now we just need you to fight Balor with it. Yes, that's right. Whatever you do, be careful. Don't forget that we'll jump in if you're ever in trouble. My thanks. And Celine. Enter Ancient by pretending to capture Nemi and kill Balor. Sounds like the perfect plan. As with any plan, things can go wrong with any unexpected events. We need to make sure Arius feels comfortable in his maneuvers. I can't thank you enough. Let's get ready and get this over with. Alright, folks. We talked to everyone, at least as far as we know for now, and we've got quite a few side quests to do. So in the next episode of Trinity, Souls of Zill, we'll finish these side quests as best as we can, almost wrap up any last minute details, and get ready for the final battle against Balor. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.